Let's talk to Sean Bell, the retired Air Vice-Marshal and military analyst. Sean, welcome back. What has Israel actually achieved militarily overnight in Gaza?
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Jamie. The trouble is I'm a grey-haired, seasoned sort of military warrior, and I speak to a number of my IDF colleagues in Israel, and I think, frankly, there is no military solution now to the challenge that Prime Minister Netanyahu appears to be presenting, which is to somehow destroy all of Hamas. That you saw that letter from, I think, 600 different Israeli former retired senior military and politicians who basically said, you know, there is no real prospect of any achievement militarily by continuing, and all you do is risk, A, the lives of the hostages, but also the lives of IDF soldiers. It is worth pointing out that we focus a lot on the over 62,000 now Palestinian people that, according to the Hamas-controlled Gaza Health Authority, have died, that actually the Israeli Defense Forces said last month that over 450 of their soldiers have died and 2,800 have injured. So the fact that Israelis now are not only seeing a potential military action that will unlikely enable the release of the hostages, it's also going to put a lot more of their soldiers in harm's way. And it's not just the 60,000 that have been mobilised, it's also 20,000 that were mobilised have had their mobilisation extended. That will be a grave worry to many of the Israeli citizens.
We've, as you say, seen this call for further Israeli military mobilisation. We're told the IDF is short of thousands of troops and may even be recruiting from abroad. I mean, depending on how long this goes on for, how well is Israel prepared for what comes next?
Well, the slight challenge here is working out, I think you and I have talked about before, Jamie, that the military can't achieve an end in itself. The politicians have to define the end state, and the military try to work out how to achieve that. And if the end state is actually a two-state solution, this isn't the route to doing it. If the end state is to release the hostages, then most of the hostages to date have only been released through negotiation and some sort of ceasefire. So it's very difficult to see what the political objectives are here. If you stand back a few paces from this conflict and look at what Israel's doing in the West Bank at the moment, and also the nature of how it seems to be trying to make life intolerable for Palestinians in the Gaza, you could be forgiven for thinking that actually this is a pursuit of a single-state solution, and that Prime Minister Netanyahu has therefore got his sights set on that. Now, he's not declaring that publicly. He doesn't appear to be declaring that to his military, and therefore you've got this slightly difficult task that the military are being asked to perform with no real prospect of knowing how successful it'll be or when it will be achieved.
Sean, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming back on the programme. Sean Bell, the retired Air Vice-Marshal and military analyst.